Good morning, traders. It's E. It's Friday morning, pre-market. First thing I do is take a look at previous day's actions and ideas. Daily chart had caught my eye. Thought perhaps an inside day. If we got lucky, we could take out the high and close that gap at 04. That was not to be. The market made monkeys out of everybody who was looking for a breakout or a breakdown, and had a fairly tight range trade. Moving averages really become ineffectual when we get too tight, so you have to step them back a bit to see a bigger picture. We noted we'd climbed off the floor, we'd bounced in the 456 trade, got almost to the 6 and then pulled back, worked the pipe for quite a while, and then lunchtime had a dump, but we didn't think we were going to plunge, and we would hold this, expected this 92.5 to hold. I also like the Globex 120 chart. Pink line had held it, and the blue line had caught the top side and stopped that surge. We usually will run into a deeper chart, and it will take time once we get a new low. So yesterday again we stopped making new lows, but we really contained the bounce as well. So today obviously we've got the jobs report, and we'll react to the news. Because the prior day we had a plunge early, we felt today we would not, or yesterday we would not get a plunge, but rather a more contained push at the open, and we were hoping for gap close and then be very careful about getting trapped and caught and squeezed for that 4 target. We did note that we had support at this 92.5. We had a weak triangle formation. It was pointing up. I like them actually pointing down to give you a better leverage for the push, and we said be very careful. Actually took a walk. Lunchtime, my expectation, don't get caught in chop. When I come back, I made the call that I thought 92 was support. This is a 10-minute chart, and I had suggested to the team to use that 92.5 for support and buy and try to get back to the 98 area. If we got lucky, we could take out the 2s and the 1s. This was our demon yesterday, 1.25. We had a 2 and 2.5 area resistance basis, the overnight range, and then obviously that 4 from the previous day. So we were not able to take out resistance, but we did hold the support. So we're still trading inside that range. 5-minute chart really got messy. That will happen when we get into a situation where the market is waiting for news. All of the moving averages will converge, and then we'll see later the truth. For now, we also noted the NQ had picked up some support at its pink line on the 60. And in general, we traded within the pipe to the second box. So for now, that is the primary area of our interest. And when we take that out, we look to next lines, one at a time, in either direction, depending on which way it breaks. 30-minute chart was a beauty. We crossed over. Blue line was a push, came back. Blue line, pink line has held it down. Got our plunge into the 85 zone. We got the bounce. Pink line has held it. But we also held this post right here. I like to see visible evidence, not just a number on a piece of paper. I want to see it visibly on the chart to know where potential support and resistance are. Had that unachieved target gap up here at that 475 area. 10-minute chart, you could see, was held down by the pink line, but our feeling was we wouldn't plunge. we felt that we had done some damage. We'd got to bounce and perhaps build a bear flag at the very least. Also noted that red line and the green line on the daily, and we felt this needs to be resolved. We're still trying to resolve it. When the 30-minute chart goes flatlined and we go over and under, it speaks to a range type trade. The blue line is the slope line that we try to pay attention to. 120 chart, you can see where the mid-uni has held it down yesterday. A little bit deeper charts like the 240s would hit support, coming back into the mid-uni resistance. And we're still waiting to see what today's news will bring us, and we'll be looking to another chart today to find out where typically support and resistance will come in, and usually it's going to be these first lines before you worry about the second ones. So this was a screenshot taken a few minutes ago, and probably going to focus on the 30-minute chart for outliers and react. Sometimes we'll get fast, sharp moves, and what you'll look to do oftentimes is to fade the initial move and then try to realign with it. And we will look for areas that make sense to take a shot at a contra. Usually will not play the move immediately, meaning prior to the move we're not going to have a position, and then when it makes its move, then we will try to decide whether it makes sense to take a contra and realign or just wait and then jump back in at a logical area for a smaller play. Most important thing is, and don't make any one day that important. The whole key in trading is to keep accumulating capital with as little risk as possible. We're not gunslingers. We look for opportunity, but we look to do it with a balanced risk and reward idea. This is Z. I hope you have a great day. Be well.